Okay, yesterday I was walking on this big walk bridge. Saw a couple people dumping ashes into the river. What else could that be? I didn't talk to them. I just walked by them, kind of stared at them. They didn't pay attention to me. They seemed a little preoccupied with their activity, but I'm guessing they're honoring somebody um, by dumping the ashes in the river. Makes me wonder, does this person have this deceased person, like non-existent person anymore, have a grave site? Is that a good way to save money on avoiding the graveyard, just having yourself burnt up and ejected into the river? I don't know. It's interesting how we go through the grieving process has changed, and it's always been a kind of change. We've always changed our views on deceased people. Now these days, there's more agnostic people. Just are not into the religious thing. Me, for one, I'm not really into it. At least the extremities of it all. I like how they get people together and have community meals and group activities like that, but when every other sentence has to have a reference to Jesus, then it just gets a little overwhelming for me, and I have to pull back like a frog jumping out of the boiling hot water. Uh, but yeah, a lot of people go through different grieving processes, and the deceased make their requests. Me, I don't know. I would want to die the cheapest way possible. I don't want to burden any further expenses that are needed. And with my lifestyle and the choices I'm making, I'm pretty much securing that I should have a cheap, um, what do you say, anonymous type of funeral. Anyway, I don't need to. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But there's other cultures that approach it differently. I saw on 9gag once, I believe it's 9gag, where they had a sky burial. If you type in like sky funeral for India, they they take these people to the top of a tower and lay them out in the sun, and it gets hot and sunny, and especially in the southern part of India. Not sure exactly where this one's located. I'm sure they have several of them. But you see these corpses just laying out in um, different conditions of decomposition, uh, and I hear that the birds will pick at their eyes, but they let them to sit out there in the hot sun until they're dry enough, and then maybe they later bury them because you can't keep them up in that sky funeral, or that pretty much it looks like a walkway, a concrete walkway, uh, you know, forever. Or maybe the vultures do take them all away. I don't know. But there's different ways. I mean, you don't want to get sloppy about dealing with the deceased. You don't want to just leave them lying in the forest because the wolves will get them. You either got to bury them or burn them up real good. 'Cause it's just in my life, I've never come across a human remain. Okay, I've never seen a dead body in my life. I've seen hundreds, maybe thousands of them on the internet, but never a single one in real life. Well, okay, my grandpa. That was it. That was at a funeral. I've never actually come across one like it's that one movie Stand By Me, where they're just you walk out on a railroad track, and then all of a sudden you see one in the ground and start poking it with a stick. No, I've never done that. I've seen other dead animals, but never anything large. Like even a cow. It's really rare. Even a deer. They're taken care of in this society. They're dealt with right away. Maybe I don't get out enough. Maybe I don't go for enough walks to be able to have those experiences. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't pay attention enough. But it seems like in today's society we don't see it. And back in their Middle Ages and in history, I think it was more of a common sight to see human remains in pieces and bits and stuff.